please. There you go.
I'm here.
Okay. I was looking for a chap with a blue top on. I fooled you, I changed.
You did, yeah. Drift will introduce himself. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good evening everyone. I write and perform under the highly unlikely name of Drift Snowbarger. Now my stories are not ones of epic daring do and great heroics. My story is about one small, ageing, bald man and his daily struggles with life. But any resemblance between any characters living and dead is purely coincidental. Now, it was all down to peer pressure. I went to a friend's party and his parents had laid a load on. Well, this is way back in '68, the early days. We didn't know what this stuff could do with us, the effect it would have on our lives. But everybody was doing it, egging me on. Go on, try it, you'll like it. It's just a bit of fun. I picked up a brown cube and gently nibbled a corner. Oh, this was good. My mouth started to tingle. I had some more. The tingling spread. Oh, I wanted more than this. I finished a brown cube. I moved on to the next one, a yellow cube. I took a bigger bite. The tingle changed to a glow. I greedily finished that yellow cube. Oh, God, I need more. What's left? There's a pink cube. I picked it up and crammed the whole thing into my mouth. Oh my God, how is this possible? This is even better. Suddenly my whole life changed. Everything was brighter, more colourful, more fun. And from that moment on I was hooked. Addicted for life. To Mr. Kipling's French fancy cakes. That little cube of sponge covered in that brightly coloured sickly sweet icing and sandwiched between the two the dollop of creamy stuff that you can squeeze like a spot. Until that point I had adored my mum's homemade cakes and now they just didn't cut it. I badgered, I begged, but it was no good. My family saw buying cakes as a waste of money, an extravagance. On the rare, very rare occasions we bought cakes, they were never Mr. Kipling's, they were Kipling-esque own brand. And never, ever French fancies. They were frivolous, they were French. My family saw the height of decadence, the Swiss roll. The fact that it was Swiss made it safe to eat, because you wouldn't get anything fancy or frivolous from the Swiss. But that didn't really help me, because I was still hooked. And then researching this, I believe it or not, there is research behind this, I made some shattering discoveries. French fancies don't come from France. They're not some treat revived after the French Revolution. They're not the cakes that Marie Antoinette was referring to when she said, "Don't eat cakes." Liberty, equality, the gâteau français français. The French have never said. French fancies come from Yorkshire. But a Yorkshire fancy doesn't sound enticing. It has no hint of Toulouse-Lautrec and Montmartre. In fact, a Yorkshire fancy sounds more like a breed of racing pigeon. Have you seen his Yorkshire fancy? Aye, lovely plumage. And it turns out, cakey Mr. Kipling is not related to Rudyard Kipling. In fact, there is no cakey Mr. Kipling, who was born in 1967 in the fevered imagination of an advertising man. But none of this helps me, because I'm still addicted. But I can handle it, I can. It's just now and again I have to have a binge. I don't normally watch the Great British Bake Off. But one long, cold, hard, dark lockdown night there was bugger all else on. And the course fate decreed it was the night they made French fancies. And we sat there on the sofa, drooling, squirming with lust. No, I needed a French fancy and I wanted it now. Try the corner shop, said Mrs. Snowbadger. They're open. They're bound to have some. She's a genius. It's for insights like that I married her. Yeah, but then the guilt instilled by my parents crept in. Yeah, corner shop. They'll charge at least £2.50 a box. That's 31.25 cake per cake. And they'll be cheaper in the supermarket tomorrow. The own brand one's cheaper still. And by tomorrow I would have gone cold cakey and my craving would have gone. But it didn't help me. Because I wanted the cake, I wanted to overdose on that sponge, the icing, the dollop and creamy stuff. I wanted to cram it into my mouth. Oh God, but what will my parents say? Get a grip, I told myself. You're 60. You can spend your money how you want. I marched to the corner shop, I marched in, I reached up. I turned on my heel and walked back out again. I stood out there on the pavement, the conflict bubbling away inside me. I walked back in and out again. I did that 6 bloody times. And eventually I bought the cakes. I hid the box in my jacket, took my collar up and crept home along the shadows, sure that my neighbours all knew my dirty secret. I got home and closed the door. I locked the door. I drew the curtains. I turned the lights off because no one should have to witness what was going to follow. I ripped the box open and then playing a game of cakey snooker, devouring the colours in the order I set out first of all. I was set into them. Oh, he's gone for the brown in the top left. He's played that right hand side to come back for the yellow in the middle. Oh, and I've gone for the pink in the bottom right. And yet the whole box. I was sated. I felt sick. And as Rudyard Kipling never said, if you can meet with Jaffa and Eccles and treat those twin imposters just the same, if you can feel the unforgiven minutes with 8 little cubes of cake, you'll be a French fancier, by gum. Thank you.
Griff, thank you very much. That was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. You have unfortunately triggered some issues of social inhibition with me. I'm sitting next to Helen, who has one of those really fantastic looking chocolate energy balls. Now, at home, sitting next to my son Arthur, oh look over there, mate. Tamsin, mind if I share? Obviously out of bands. Would it be possible to have a replacement? Thanks, mate.